stargazing program. But where I live here in Colorado, they're too far close to the horizon. I can't see them. And what was the spike here? Was this our cosmic ray?
This is that intensity. This is that last warning system to show that we're going to get a bump. And my God, look at this.
Boy, did we ever.
You know, when you see this kind of a variation from this to this, that there's something going on, right? I mean,
you know what this reminds me of? I used to, one of my clients was McDonnell Douglas, and we were doing a video that they were using for a sales tool for their F-18s.
Yeah.
This reminds me of the plane leaving Lambert going straight up. You know, you're hitting Mach 2 or 3 by the time you get up 30,000 feet.
Yep. And again, not as bad of coronal hole facing coronal holes as we've seen in the last couple of weeks. You know, so it's not a coronal hole. Well, it could be this coronal hole, I guess, but this is small compared to like the almost 30% coronal hole we had a week ago.
You know, Steve, when we look at these coronal holes, and what do we have it in the 197, the angstroms? That's
I know what you're talking
there,
about.
right there. Yeah, 211.
211. Yep.
Yeah. There's the one that always. Now I want you to enlarge that because there's something going on here. What do you find different in this picture?
Just give me a second. It looks like a big face, like a mouth and two eyes.
No, sir. If you will go back, look at your North Pole, your South Pole. Look where the corona is on that. Steve, for months, that has been where that coronal hole was up.
That's
now
right.
Look at it. It's unbalanced. Look at the coronal reaction. We have one now at the 10 o'clock position that should not be there. You go and past pictures, you'll find that it was full. And go down to the 4 o'clock position. There you go.
What just happened here?
What is going on?
I hope that's the spacecraft spinning around.
Yeah, I hope it is too.
Well, let's look and see if we got it on this one. Why do we always have to find these anomalies? Why is it always us finding these anomalies?
Hey, listen, I'm not saying a word. I mean, hopefully it's the camera.
What's going on here?
Let's see if it's the camera. Hey, that's pretty cool, though. That is cool.
It's got to be the spacecraft.
It has to be spacecraft. Well, what my concern is like that one congressman said about 4 years ago when they were talking about building a base at Guam. And he says, well, you know, if you put that base there, the world's going to flip upside down. So, you know what? I knew something was wrong because I'm looking at that and I'm going, wait a minute. We know that the northern pole and the southern pole has a permanent coronal hole up there.
Yeah, more or less permanent. So we don't know. We don't know the north. We don't know the North Pole here. But let's go see if the composite does the same thing before we let it go, because you know how curious we are. Let's see if the composite catches the same thing and if it's in alignment with each other.
Yeah, that SDO. I know we're in the eclipse season, and you know,
I'm not satisfied with this because these all should do the same thing. If they're composite, it should all do a big turn, just like we saw with the other ones. Otherwise, I can't say for sure that the spacecraft was spun.
Well, that's a no.
This is coming from 211, a composite of 211, 193, and what's the bottom one? 171. So it should do the same flip, shouldn't it?
Yes, it should.
Yeah, geez, look at this big ass thing up here, man. See that? This is disturbing, man. I hate it when the instruments do this stuff.
Well, that event I went to Saturday night that I was telling you about, you know, I told people, and actually I took them to the SDO website. Do you know how many people are completely clueless about this thing?
I just hope this isn't the sun moving. That's all I...
Hey, listen, if the sun is moving, well, may old friends never be
forgot.
You know, that's all I got to say. You know, we'll all just sing along.
Tiger, I think it's either us being on SDO too much because we have the Nibiru psychosis.
That's what it is. We're
It
being
is.
hypnotized.
And so we come on here, and then our imaginations actually fire up a spacecraft anomaly. That's what happens. This is another sign of our psychosis. We're actually able to influence the imagery from a spacecraft. Is that wild?
That is really wild. Look at that arc on the right, far right on the limb. Boy, look at that.
Look at that. I know, right?
Isn't that beautiful?
It is, and it does look like it's reaching out to touch something out there, doesn't it?
Yeah. But you know what they have said to us about that.
Right. I'm going to go back and frame. Look at this. This is.
I think I'm going to get the medication.
Can I please have medication?
I don't know about the couch therapy, but I'll take the medication.
All right. Well, I think we're going to have to stop with this. This has definitely got to be one of our thumbnails here. Right here.
Yeah, that one's far out, man.
SDO freaks out again. That's the headline.
I'm going to have to get my, hold on a second. Listen to this, Steve.
Listening.
Did you hear that?
I can't hear anything on your computer.
Well,
oh yeah, that one. I got it. I heard it now.
So take it easy, calm down, take a deep breath.
I'm not gonna say that anything's wrong with the sun. I'm going to say that it's very disconcerting to me that one set of pictures from the same camera turned, and this one is going weep wop like this.
Well, I wish they would just take the jumper cables off the sun and let the damn thing get back to normal.
Well, I don't know if they have any control over what's going on with the sun right now, my brother. I really don't.
No, I'm talking about not us on Earth. Who's ever got the jumper cables, on a galactic kind of scale?
It does seem like somebody's messing with it sometimes, doesn't it?